Hello, I'm Sarah Murphy. Thanks for joining us here for ABC4 News at 5 o'clock. We begin tonight in Weber County, where a driver lost control of his car and then drove into the side of an apartment complex. Now, that's where we find ABC4's Annika Johns today. She spoke with the man who lives in the apartment and was there when the car drove into his kitchen. Annika, tell us, how's that man doing now?
Well, as you may be aware, he's a little scattered. He's a little shocked considering that this is all that remains of the fence that was between his home and Hinckley Drive here. Now, there are scattered pieces of fence, car parts, barbed wire all over the ground here. We can even see a couple of kids behind me playing with a couple of those parts. And he just says it's absolutely crazy to think that this happened just a few hours ago. So what we know right now is around 8 a.m., fire crews with the Weber Fire District responded to the area with reports of a car having crashed through a fence and into an apartment complex just west of the Ogden-Hinckley Airport. Now, Battalion Chief Chaz Piermain says a Camaro lost control and slid down an embankment before crashing into the complex. Now, he says the cause of the crash was likely due to poor weather. Now, the car did not go all the way through and into the apartment, but rather pushed the wall about a foot into the kitchen. Now, Chris Dudley, who lives in the apartment with his roommate, says he had just stepped back inside from taking his dog out when he heard a big crash. Now, Dudley says accidents aren't entirely uncommon on the road behind his apartment, but now that one has crashed through to his home, he hopes the city will make some changes to keep those in the area safer.
I don't understand. A lot of other people who live here don't understand why there isn't a barricade put up for this type of thing to, not happen. Clearly, a plastic fence is not going to stop a vehicle going 50 miles an hour. So I know that, myself and a couple other people are going to be filing complaints with the city because, if there was a child out here, that would have been just terrifying.
Yeah, just like he said, if there was a child out here, like I said, there's a couple kids just behind me now. Hi, guys. Just playing around with a couple of the broken fences. Now, coming up at 10, we will be hearing more from Dudley about what he says transpired after the incident took place. Now, he did tell me that no one in his apartment was injured, and he said the driver was relatively okay. Reporting live from West Haven, Annika Johns, ABC4 News.
Thank you very much.